if someone wanted to get involved in real estate, what are some of the things that you think they should be looking at, and where might they look?
Yeah, I mean, the good and bad, right? The good is real estate is everywhere. The bad is there's many different ways to get confused and to get distracted. And so I think, what do you love? Like I didn't have any money when I was 17, so I went to a Real Estate Investors Association meeting and I learned about flipping. And I signed a contract and I made $7,000 with no money of my own. So like there's different strategies, like the deal making, the negotiating. I've invested a lot in multifamily. I think what I would recommend typically before starting to try to do your own multifamily unit would be invest with a good investor. There's many of them out there. And learn how they analyze properties, learn how they inspect properties, learn how they manage their investments through refinancing and everything else, and find a mentor. I think that's probably the number one thing that I would say, Anthony, is find a mentor. I've had a lot of mentors, through books and podcasts, but there's mentors in all these real estate associations as well. So I would just try to keep the answer somewhat short. There's different strategies and different rules, like we talked about the 1% rule or the BRRRR method. You can do Airbnbs, which is much more hands-on and risky, I think, as well in this market, with less people doing Airbnbs out there, even staying in Airbnbs. But I think just figure out what it is that you like and what appeals to you about real estate and why you're doing what you're doing. Are you doing it for cash flow? Or are you doing it because you love interacting with people? Believe it or not, real estate to me is one of the best ways to interact with people. But if you don't love interacting with people, then maybe taking a more passive approach, just investing as a limited partner in a deal is what makes sense, because you're just trying to solve for the cash flow. But if it's a more active role, then you have to think about that as well. So it's very personal.